My name is Eric Hayden. I'm a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Morehead City, North Carolina. This is our video briefing for Wednesday afternoon. The main purpose with this briefing is to give you some more specifics, but also let you know that your window is closing for completing your hurricane plan. This is our threat level map that we've showed you all week. The high threat for surge, rainfall, and winds has not really changed. The difference is our confidence has increased, and that's why we have hurricane warnings and storm surge warnings in effect. So again, the increase in confidence that we'll see life-threatening impacts from storm surge, rainfall, and strong winds in our area. First things first, storm surge warnings in effect. Again, we want to emphasize that if you live in a low-lying area near a body of water, you can see life-threatening inundation, and that's 3 feet or greater. If you want an idea of what you can expect in your area, we have a link at the bottom that you can get from our forecast briefing, and that will give you this inundation map. This is a reasonable worst-case scenario, so not everyone will see these values, but somewhere along the coast, we'll see some of these higher values. So we're talking 4 to 7 feet above ground, Surf City up to Cape Lookout. From Lookout up to Duck, we're talking 3 to 6 feet above ground. And that also includes the Sound, Pamlico Sound, the Albemarle Sound of the Neuse River. So some areas of down East Carteret, up the Neuse River. Again, we expect some of those higher values of 3 to 6 feet above ground. And what we mean by that, areas near waterways, areas that are usually dry, 3, 4, 5 feet above a normally dry area is what we mean by above dry ground. As far as rainfall goes, still generally 6 to 10 inches, but we will have some isolated amounts that may exceed that. That will lead to some covered roads due to flash flooding. We could see expecting minor levels on the rivers, but perhaps approaching moderate level depending on exactly where that heavy rain band sets up. As far as when the winds will arrive, will become breezy tomorrow, but they really pick up later tomorrow during the evening and overnight. That's when we expect tropical storm force winds to arrive, and they'll be here for a while, at least 12 hours far inland, but closer to 24 hours down by the coast, having those sustained winds above tropical storm force. So that's 39 miles per hour or greater. Here's our maximum sustained wind. Your eye will be drawn toward the coast. That's where we expect the highest values. That has not really changed. But notice, tropical storm force winds sustained expected inland. So we will have some issues with tree damage, roof damage, and especially toward the coast, perhaps some impassable roads due to all that damage in terms of debris on the roadway. This is our maximum wind gust grid. Again, your eye is drawn toward the higher values along the coast, but keep in mind, even inland areas will see gusts approaching 60 miles per hour. Down by the coast, that's where we expect our best chance for hurricane force winds, both sustained and gust. And we anticipate large communication outages, such as power outages, across much of eastern North Carolina. The tornado threat is there. It is an elevated threat. We may see some isolated damage with tornadoes that develop in some of those bands as Dorian makes its way toward the coast. So in summary, the key takeaway with this is the change in language. All of these impacts have not changed, but our language has. Is expected for life-threatening storm surge, is expected for heavy rain, is expected wind damage due to the strong winds. So confidence has increased, and that's why those warnings have gone up. One housekeeping note before we leave you: if you want a more detailed briefing that you can look at all of our slides, please go to our website. We'll have another update for you by 6:30. As far as the videos go, we will make those time depending. We get quite busy here at the office, but you can always get a PDF briefing, usually by 6:30 a.m. and p.m. by going to our website, and we will also post that information both on Facebook and Twitter.